When the O'Brien family moved into their new home near Rathrar, County Roscommon, it seemed like a fresh start. The old farmhouse had been vacant for years, but the land it sat on was picturesque. Rolling green hills, ancient trees, and the faint outline of a stone ring fort, visible in the distance. The locals called it a fairy ring, but Niall O'Brien waved off the warnings. "Nonsense," he muttered. His wife, Mairead, wasn't so sure. She had grown up with tales of the fair folk and their mischief. Still, with their two young children, Awif and Tadg, eager to explore, they settled in, hoping for a peaceful life. But on the fourth night, things changed. It began with a tapping. Faint, rhythmic, coming from the walls. Mairead, lying in bed, nudged Niall awake. "Do you hear that?" Niall grumbled, barely stirring. "It's just the wind." But Mairead knew better. The sound wasn't the wind. It was deliberate, like fingers drumming against the stone. The next morning, she found small piles of stones arranged in strange patterns outside the house, leading toward the ring fort. That evening, Awif and Tadg went missing. Panic surged through Mairead as she searched the yard, calling their names. After a frantic hour, she found them, standing by the ring fort, staring blankly at the ancient stones. Mairead yanked them away from the stones, her heart pounding. That night, she tried to tell Niall what had happened, but he brushed it off. "You're scaring yourself with old wives' tales." The next morning, Mairead found more stones, this time inside the house, placed in a circle around their bed. And the tapping returned, louder, now as though it came from the very foundation of the house. Niall tried to pull his family toward the car, but the ground opened, revealing gnarled roots that wrapped around their legs, dragging them toward the fort. Desperate, Mairead screamed, "We're sorry, we didn't know." The silver-haired woman's expression didn't change. "You've been warned." The O'Brien family was never seen again. To this day, the house remains abandoned, the ring fort undisturbed. Locals still whisper of the fair folk, and no one dares build near Rathrar's haunted ring. Thanks for watching. But the story doesn't end here. Like, comment, and subscribe, or something might follow you home. Hit the bell to stay safe, and leave a comment below, if you dare.